Hi, I'm Adele.
Hi, I'm Heather.
And we're from Keto Road to Victory.
Yay! We got it this time.
On this episode, we're going to go through some of the key essentials that you would have in your kitchen, especially when you're first starting out. Things that you want to travel with as well. So, let's get right to it. So for...
You're just going to cut it?
Yeah. From us going from there to laughing. Okay, so... what the first things that you're going to want to do when you first start keto is you're going to want to clear your cupboards. Now it is a little harder. I have a small family, so it's just me and my son, and Heather has a bigger family. So for me it was a lot easier to get rid of, you know, a lot of stuff like the breads and the rice and all that stuff. But one thing that we know that you do want to get rid of right out the bat is vegetable oils, canola oils. They are not good for you. They're one molecule away from plastic, which I'm sure you've heard of, but it's just not something that you want to cook with because it's not being digested at all by your system. So there's no benefit to it.
Yep.
So we'll go through some things, that we cook with. Okay.
Okay. First, we'll start with olive oil.
It doesn't have to be extra virgin necessarily, but virgin olive oil is going to be really good for cooking. I use it a lot.
When I first switched oils, I went to avocado oil. It is a little more pricier, and olive oil is just as good, just as well as the other ones that we're going to be going through in a couple seconds. But yeah, we don't have vegetable oil in our house anymore. There's no reason for it. Like they said, it takes a really big process. They add chemicals to it because, what are they, legumes or seeds or something like that? They have to press chemically to get the oil out of. It's not good at all for your system.
Yeah, they have to chemically alter it in order to get some type of liquid from it. Where if you press olives, obviously they're very liquidy. So, maybe this first.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is coconut oil. This is really good for cooking as well. Usually it's a solid, but it's been kind of warm, so it's liquidy. But I made the mistake of buying, it kind of looks like this, but it is coconut oil, and it just doesn't really work for the fat bombs that we used it for. We found that this can be bought at Walmart and it will work way better.
1 second.
Okay, so the next thing, real
butter. Now you don't have to exactly get this brand of real butter, but you want to make sure it's butter and not margarine.
Margarine sucks.
Because margarine is just whipped vegetable oils or soy oils. Anything like that is not good for you.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Our favorite, lard. It's super cheap. You know, just make sure that it doesn't have canola oil in it. When I went looking for this, I found this at Walmart because the other ones are canola oil based, and that's not real lard. So you want the real stuff. It's really good for fried chicken. I found that you don't even have to bread your chicken to get the crispy
Outside.
Yeah, consistency. And if you did, there are tons of recipes that use like unsweetened coconut flakes, or they'll use pork rinds as a coating. There's tons of options, but this does the trick. As far as with chicken, you want to stay away from chicken breasts so much because they're the leanest cut of the chicken. So chicken thighs, skin on if you can at all, because that's what's going to crisp up with the lard.
Another thing to add to the list, and last thing, I think, like having to do with oils, is bacon grease. You know,
Chapstick of our people.
It's super convenient. I mean, you have bacon, you don't have oils in your house. You can always use it to fry your eggs, whatever you want. like Adele, we were talking about previously, you can't use it very many times, or people kind of hesitate to use it because, you know, you
Or
have
use
your,
it after it
yeah,
cools.
because of the pieces of bacon that break off in it and stuff. But I have sifted it like once or twice while it's still hot, before it has its solid form and stuff. But you know, I have like just this little jar on my stove, and I'll like, you know, take a spoonful out or whatever and just put it in with my food. And I think that also gives you kind of more of a fat content for your to bring it up and stuff. So
Yeah, and right on that fact, the reason you're cooking with these are they're high fat, they're high good fats. That's why she mentioned avocado oils, because the avocados are a really good source of good fat. So when you're looking to put more fat in, that's why we're cooking with this, because that's our way of adding the fat to the meat or to the vegetable if you need it. Let's see. Oh, cream cheese.
yum.
Try not to get the lower fat ones, because these are really good. We use cream cheese in a lot of bases of stuffed mushrooms, and if you like cream cheese, you're gonna like this diet just like if you like butter or bacon. You know, so that's another fat that you can add in there as well. We can show bacon.
Oh yeah.
You need bacon, lots of it. I get 5 packs at a time usually when I go shopping, and we cook it in the oven now versus on stovetop, because it just seems to
More
work out,
convenient.
and it works out a lot better, and it does get. I'm a crispy girl. I like it super crispy, not burnt, but I like it super crispy. You know, so what do we put? We put it in the oven. I put it in the oven, I think, at 400.
Yeah, I go between 350 and 400.
Yeah, and maybe I would check on it every 10 minutes or so.
Now, there is something I did see with the bacon. There was a posting where this lady said that if you have like a Costco, or I'm not sure about Sam's, but I think it was Costco, where she bought, you know, a box where they were selling a big old box of bacon. And she said what she did was, and I have done it also, where, you know, you just separate it, freezer bags. You know, I guess I would think you would get a little more bang for your buck. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you have your Costco or Sam's membership, definitely go there and check it out. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with buying a big old box of bacon, because you're always going to use it.
And eggs.
Yeah.
I buy I think it's a 42 count, but it's a carton of, like, a box.
That's what we didn't say yesterday, was eggs.
We don't need to let them know. Oh, I think we're moving it ourselves.
Sorry.
Okay. But yeah, well, yeah, we did kind of touch on it, so we'll do it again. But you could literally do this diet with bacon and eggs. Eggs are one of the essential things that have a 50-50 ratio of protein and fat. So that's kind of the perfect content. Throw a little butter on there, and your fat will be higher than that. The other things that we really want to kind of touch bases on is salt. You definitely want to get a lot of salt in on this diet. That's why bacon's so good, because it has a higher content of salt or sodium, which is going to help you with any type of crappy feeling that you're having from like keto flu. Yeah, like Heather says, take a tequila shot without the tequila. You know, lick your hand, you know, good stuff. So we have this. You can use regular salt, but I believe that Himalayan pink salt and the other ones are going to have trace minerals in them, which is going to be a little better for you. So there's this. I got this little bag at Walmart, and then I carry, you know, just, it's Himalayan pink salt again, but it's in the little convenient thing, and I carry this in my purse with me everywhere, because I can never seem to find salt anywhere where I want it. I'll carry the little packets too, so, and I'll take a shot of those if I'm not feeling very good.
I guess I wanted to talk about the avocados. What we don't have with us today, avocados. You always want to try and have avocados. It's good fat for you.
You can add them to anything, because they don't really taste like anything.
I sometimes, when I start getting tired, well, I guess before I say that, I know avocados go bad really fast, but what you can do is when they get blacker and softer, that's when they're ready. But you can go to the store, and for them to last just a little bit longer, you can buy a couple green ones and use the black ones and then
Unripened.
Yep. And when they're ready, it'll be convenient because you'll be done with the other ones. And even if just don't want to eat a regular avocado, I mean, you can make your makeshift guacamole.
Yeah, you can mix it in with mayonnaise, everything. Now, I'm not sure how familiar everyone is with avocados, but if you pick it up in the store, because some of them can be darker and still not be ready, but if you can squeeze and it's not a little, doesn't give a little, it's not, those are the unripe ones. If you can squish it and it indents, too ripe. So you just want it to be just a little, we forgive the shakiness. We got, kids running around and stuff. But you want to just, make sure with that. Now, instead of drinking soda a lot, what I'll do is I'll make a type of lemonade. So I will essentials in my kitchen are also going to include lemons on every trip that I have, because I'll squeeze a lemon in a cup, and then I will put ice and water, obviously, and then I'll put a sweetener in it. So that can segue right into this. I have liquid. It's Better Stevia Organic, and all it literally has in it is deionized water, certified organic stevia leaf extract. I did get this off of Amazon. I want to say it was like $10 or maybe a little bit more, but it's lasted me for 4 months now, and I still have quite a bit left. But then I'll put like, I don't know, 8 drops in my drink, and it's the best lemonade I've ever had. So the other thing that you can get, which is really good for the baking part of it, for fat bombs and stuff, is going to be
like
something that we found.
Powder, like crystal kind of stevia.
Right. Now you do have to be careful with those, because sometimes in order to make it a powder form, they got to combine it with something else. Erythritol is what's combined with the stevia in this packaging, but erythritol is on the kind of approved list because it does not spike your glucose, which is what we're trying to avoid altogether. So, other essentials are going to be cheeses. We're from Wisconsin, so it's in our blood. Just like cheese and milk and beer, I guess. It's just in our blood, so we know our way around some cheeses.
Adele doesn't drink beer, so she doesn't get excited as I do.
Yeah, I don't drink anything, and people think it's really weird. They're like, "You're from Wisconsin and you don't drink," and I'm like, sorry. So, milk is not keto friendly because it has lactose in it. Anything that ends in TOS, TOS or lactose, sucralose, all that is technically sugar. So I stay away from the milk, but I do buy it for my son. If you're gonna drink milk, go whole milk. Skim is just all the fat taken out of it and a whole bunch of sugar put in it. So these would be the type of cheeses that we would get on a regular basis. So we get the sharp cheddar, just block cheese, and this is really good because of the process of making cheese actually takes the sugar out. The little bacteria that they add to the cheese or to the milk eat the sugars. That's what they're looking for. So, and then it creates the solid form.
Now, why we say block and not shredded is because the shredded cheese stuff is added into it, and you want the cheese to be as natural as possible,
right,
and it to be, as whole, as fatty as possible.
And the shredded cheese, for shelf life, they add stuff to it. What are you gonna do? Okay. So this is another one that Heather really liked too, that I had found at Walmart.
Yeah, I remember it took her about 5-10 minutes to look for it. And she
asked the guy, where's the real cheese? Because everything's like, skim milk, skim milk. No, skim milk bad.
I think the guy told you that they didn't have any, but
Yeah.
he kept looking and she kept looking and she found this. It is mozzarella whole milk cheese, and it's super good. It tastes super fresh. I love this cheese.
Yeah, and if you just like cut it up, it's just like a cheese
String cheese.
string cheese.
Except a little softer, so.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
And yeah, it's
Whole milk, like I said.
So, we were talking about Parmesan cheese. Kraft Parmesan cheese. I'm not hating on Kraft. I'm sorry, you guys, but that stuff, I don't even know if it's really Parmesan cheese or
What the hell?
we don't know what it is, but it's not like, I don't know. So anyways, so this is the type of Parmesan cheese that we would get. I do get it from Walmart, and it's just kind of like a little shredded. If I wanted to go down even more, I would just, grate it or whatever. But what I like this for is it's used to combine a lot of stuff. Fathead pizza, I know that's kind of shredded mozzarella too, but you can sprinkle this on salads. One of my favorite recipes with this, really quick and simple, is heat some butter up in a pan, cut an avocado up, and put some of this cheese like on a plate and press the avocado into the cheese, put it in the butter, let it cook, flip it over. It's the best thing I've ever had. It almost mimics like a potato wedge, where it's kind of crispy on the outside, but like yummy on the inside.
Yeah, and they do have these like keto chips where it's Parmesan. They're Parmesan chips. Parmesan, whatever chips. I don't personally didn't really. I
tried
three
to
or
do the
four.
cheddar ones. I tried to cause you can make them, cause I was all looking to make stuff, and you like cut them up and put them like in the oven, and they're supposed to melt and then reform.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That did
it
not
wasn't
work out for me.
horribly bad, but it was weird.
Yeah, it didn't work out for me. But I just rather eat the cheese. But that's one of our go-to snacks is going to be at work is summer sausage, and we do look on the back. So you'll find yourself, once you get like more into it and more serious about it, you're going to want to be flipping over the packages and just kind of looking on them. Bacon has some type of sugars in it because it's the way it's cured, but the benefits outweigh the sugars, and the sugars are like the last ingredients, so that means there's less than 2% in there, so that really works out a lot. Bottled water, it's up to you, but it is really good to have it. We do drink diet soda. There is a soda that is sweetened with stevia. It's called Zevia, conveniently. But they have full flavors. So if diet isn't really your thing, diet soda, you can go and seek out Zevia. I know it's online. Locally here, we get it at a store called Woodman's. And they have 12 packs and 6 packs of cherry cola, regular cola, a pretend Mountain Dew.
You gotta try the ginger root beer. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's root beer, but they say like shit, yeah. But that's really, really good. I guess I just wanted to, I bought this, and it's Bragg's is the brand. This is for consumption. I know that it is really good to drink apple cider vinegar, when you consume meals and stuff like that. And that would be the brand that you'd want to get. I've been told multiple times that stuff that you get that's like $1, like in the bottles, which I have some, is fine to cook with, but not really to consume because it's almost fake. So, but those would be the kitchen essentials that we would go through. Is there anything else? Natural peanut butter. Ooh, I have some. So our batteries died. Apparently we don't know of Timescape and we go off into little tangents. So we're going to sign off. Please click below, subscribe, do the little...
Push the bell.
Yeah, the bell thingy. And please leave comments. We love to answer questions. Anything that we can do, little research projects for us.
How you feel about our video?
Exactly. Share your victories, because that's what this is. This is the road, keto road to victories. That's what we want this to be. So, bye.